Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you? My name is Attorney Charles Zavala here from Zavala Texas Law. We're an immigration law firm here in beautiful Houston, Texas. We handle cases all over the USA, but we are located here in Houston, Texas. Today what's today? Today is January 11th, 2022. Haven't done a video since before the new year, so I hope everybody had a beautiful Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year's, all that stuff. I hope the outlook for 2022 is going better. But yeah, like I said, or if you've seen our previous videos, we tend to just do videos about current events, topics, things relating to immigration, criminal law, or business law, and that we hope you find useful. So if you enjoy any of this, please like us, subscribe. You can call us at that phone number on the bottom of your screen to schedule an appointment, or check us out on any of those social media platforms down there, because we tend to be giving out information people are asking for, or things that I think that are helpful. So today's video, it's going to be about immigration. It's going to be more about the problem that has been going on at the border, right? And I'll give you kind of a brief little overview about what it is, so if you're new to this stuff, you kind of know what's going on. So the USA and a lot of countries offer something called asylum, and what it is it's a sort of safeguard. If you are suffering persecution in your home country, you can come and request asylum you can do it in USA, Mexico, Canada. There's many countries that offer it. My expertise is with the USA because I'm an immigration lawyer in the United States, but I know a lot of countries have them. So what's happening is, so we're here in Texas, right? So there has been a large surge coming from the southern part of the continent, right? So it'd be Mexico, Central America, Latin America, South America, and they've been coming up. So the border that separates it, most times people would cross either illegally or they would go to the border crossing and request asylum. And what used to happen is that they would allow the person in the country and give them a court date and say, okay, you got to show up to your court date to fight asylum. So the problem with that was, more people were coming, and that's what created a very long backlog in the immigration courts. There's just not enough courts, there's not enough judges, there's not enough prosecutors, but there's such a large influx of people coming in that cases would be backlogged for, I think I have some, today is 2022, I think I have some cases backlogged to like 2024, 2023, which is, it's kind of a long time, right? So when Trump was here, he implemented something called the MPP, and here I'm also going to be looking at the screen so I can give you more information. But the MPP, that's what it's called, but it stands for Migrant Protection Protocol. All it really was is if someone's coming and going to the border to apply for asylum, essentially the USA would say, hey, you can apply for asylum, that's fine, but you need to wait there in Mexico. We're not going to let you come in the country and wait it out here. And that could be good, that can be bad. Some of the good reasons why is people would say, you know what, and this is also all opinion, right? I'm not speaking for anyone here or myself or anything, but sometimes people would say, oh, well, that's good, because they're given a chance to be there at the border to hear it out. They have judges down there, let's let in the people who actually reach this level of asylum. The bad thing is people will say, well, look, you can now have these border camps that are established at the borders that are not nice. People are taking advantage of them. So, you're going to have views on both ways. But with the MPP, Migrant Protection Protocol, people, if they would be coming and applying for asylum, they would have to stay there in Mexico. So one of the first, and this was not popular for people who are coming here to apply for asylum, because they want to come into the USA, they want to be able to work, they want to be with their families and all that stuff. So when the new President Biden came in and his administration, they ended it. They ended the MPP, right? So now if you're an asylum seeker and you come to the border, they would let you come into the country. So that's good. Everyone's, the immigrants are happy again. However, it's never that easy, right? So the courts started fighting, it's essentially Biden's group versus the previous MPP group, and now it's kind of changed again, right? And this is as of end of December. So look, the MPP is back into play, right? So that means if you are coming from another country through the southern border, they're not going to allow you into the country. You're going to have to stay at the border and apply for your asylum there. And that's very important, because if you have family members, friends, or someone like that who is coming up, or is going to be asking for asylum, they need to know this, because this is very important, There's a very big difference between going to a border, being allowed into the country, versus waiting in a city in Mexico that you've never been in while they adjudicate, or they figure out what they're going to do with your case, right? And it's not like just going to DMV or going to get your license where you wait in line for a little bit. No, some of these people have been there for weeks, months, stuff like that. So that's why there's kind of a big battle going on right now, whether it's they should do it, whether they shouldn't do it. But yeah, no, as of now, it is in play. Right here, I'm looking for more information. So this actually came out of the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, which is kind of here in the Houston area, which is interesting. But they're saying that there's an unprecedented amount of people crossing over, and that is part of one of the reasons why they're saying, look, if we can't house these people here in the USA, whether in immigration detention or you can't process them all, they have to wait there in Mexico. So what's happening there is Mexico is kind of responding, right? So here, now I got a different report about Mexico. Mexico is saying the amount of asylum claims have doubled in Mexico. So remember, you can apply for asylum in the USA, but you can also apply for it in Mexico, right? So I always kind of tell my clients, depending where you're coming from, spread it as much as you can. If you can apply for Canada, USA, Mexico, do it, because you're not guaranteed to get it approved here in the USA. In fact, statistically, it's a very small percentage that you will get approved here in the USA. So, spread or hedge your bet a little bit. But here, so Mexico is saying, let me see here. Okay, so in 2019, let's see here. So in 2019, there were I'm going to use estimates, 70,000 asylum applications filed in Mexico. Okay, 70,000. And now it's saying in 2021, so that's about 2 years, it's doubled. So it's about 131,000, right? So that's a good amount of people. Right? And that's just not applying here in the USA. That's also applying in Mexico. So that's showing you that there's a big surge coming from the south, and these countries are trying to figure out how to handle it. And a lot of these countries, at least in my opinion, and from what the statistics I see, a lot of them are from Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Venezuela, Colombia. You kind of see a lot of a flow from those countries. Let me see here what else is interesting in this article. However, now that they're going to have this whole MPP it's called also Remain in Mexico program, I am interested to see how that's going to change the numbers for the people applying in Mexico, because I think it's only going to go up, right? So the question is, okay, well, why is this happening? Why is there a huge surge of people coming up? Who's eligible for asylum, all that stuff. So asylum is, you have to show persecution, right? But it's not just only persecution. You have to show that the reason you're suffering persecution, past or future persecution, is based on one of the protected grounds. And so, sometimes we'll have a lot of people call me who are in very unfortunate situations, but unless we can show that the reason why this persecution is happening is related to one of those protected grounds, it's not just going to fly for asylum. It's not going to win. And the reasoning tends to be that asylum is going to be for people who are fleeing their country. Their government's not willing to help them. They can't help them. And it's almost like a humanitarian thing. But a lot of these countries are suffering because there's just poverty, there's crime, and all that stuff. And that really doesn't fall under an asylum relief, right? And that's just kind of the truth, how I see it. So what's the USA doing, right? Some people will say, well, you know what? Sometimes the best is to prevent it, right? So here's another article I have, very interesting. So what the USA is trying to do is they're trying to pump money into these countries to say, hey, look, if we can fix these lower socioeconomic countries, maybe the poverty won't be so bad, so people won't come. There won't be so many gangs, which is causing people to flee, a lot of that stuff. There's different views about this. I'm part of a few immigration lawyer groups where we talk about this. It's fun. And, there's some people saying, look, that's not our problem, right? Why should we be giving monies to countries where the government has shown to be corrupt, where we don't know what the money is going for? And then the other side of the argument is saying, yes, we understand that the situations like that, but it's the people who suffer. So let me see here. Let me tell you exact numbers here so we can know. Okay. Okay, the southern border. The southern border, the U.S. with Mexico, is about 40% of migrants encountered. So here, it says American companies are pledging to donate, and this is also all speculative, right? I haven't seen checks written, I haven't seen anything like that, but about $750 million in 3 countries, right? That's a lot of money. Also, I see these commitments, they're looking to do over 1.2 billion over a multi-year program. And like I said, I'm not in those meetings. I don't know where it's going to, whether there's going to infrastructure or what. But the idea is this. They're saying, look, if we can put money into these lower socioeconomic countries and improve the quality of life, you know what, perhaps we won't have such a flow. But like I said, there's some people say yes, some people say no. I don't think this asylum situation is going to go away, or this the problem at the border is going to go away anytime soon, right? I mean, these people are in bad conditions in their country, and yeah, as long as there's a promise or there's a hope, in the USA, whether it's a very unlikely hope, and that's something I always tell my clients, listen, you need to be sure about asylum because it's not a slam dunk. In fact, it's majority of the time, one does not win their case. So this is information that one needs to know before they make this dangerous journey, before they come wait at the border for multiple months. And also, you need to be careful because there's a lot of people who scam. Right? There's a lot of people who say, oh, they work for immigration or something that they can help you. You need to be sure because, there's always bad people in the world who are going to want to benefit off of other people's problems, all right? So that's kind of a gist of what's going on now with the asylum program in the USA. So if you get anything from this, it's the Remain in Mexico, the MPP, Migrant Protection Protocol, is back into play. So that means they're not allowing people into the USA unless it's under extreme conditions, which I'm going to err on say that, that they're not going to do it. The government is trying to pump money into these countries, hoping that it'll prevent it from coming in, or prevent such a migrant flow to come in. And third, Mexico has seen a double in the amount of asylum applications in that country. All right, so that's where we're at now. I'll come out with another video when we get some more information, but that's just where we're at. So if you find this interesting, circulate it. People need to know this because something that's really sad is when I have people call me who are at the border and they say, oh, we're here for asylum, and then I explain to them the situation, and that's not what they thought it would be like, right? And had they known what it would have been like, they would not have come. So yeah, that's it. It's kind of an unfortunate situation. I wish I had better news on this video, but it is the truth, and that's part of the law. It's difficult, but it's best always to be informed, okay? So if you have any questions about asylum, anything, you call the phone number down the screen. It'll be a phone consultation with me personally. Don't matter where you are in the USA or in the country. We handle immigration cases all over the world, or you can be all over the world, but we handle cases all over the USA. But yeah, call us on that screen. We're more than happy to help. Other than that, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye.